Rory and Miles.
What if we play a song by an independent artist? Can they play that on YouTube? Like, will we get flagged for that?
No.
Well, it depends. Some independent artists have their shit synced. So it depends. But for the most part, they don't.
We can start with that new Sorry then. Haven't been any shit. Instead of, because I know y'all see you got Tevin Campbell queued up.
That was for sound check. I wasn't good.
Oh, how about to say?
I just wanted to play so Jared could hear his music. I wasn't gonna.
Can we talk?
As much.
It's a vibe.
Whoa, wait. Hold on. Are you shitting on Tevin Campbell? I wasn't gonna play Can We Talk?
No, listen, first of all, never shitting on the legend, Tevin Campbell. But
The young legend. He's still young to me.
he's a grown man. He's older than everybody
a child.
here. I just was like, I don't want to
be my father.
I mean, we're gonna talk, so we don't have to ask, can we talk? We're gonna talk. That's what we do for a living. But it was just a little like, Tevin, I don't want to start with Tevin.
It was just sound check.
I'm not mad at it though, but I just think, I don't know.
That's what
Actually, you know what? Start with Tevin Campbell. Now they're gonna cut it off anyway. Don't worry about it.
No, you can talk. You're fine.
We have to give context first.
Yes.
And then say why we're using the song, and then play it, and then talk over it like the DJs do at all the parties.
Matter of fact, I thought that was just going to become a segment on our show now that we got the copyright rules.
Just talk over everything?
For the listeners listening on audio now, YouTube, you already know we can't do shit. Audio, we need to, what were the exact guidelines?
So you have to talk about if you're gonna play the song, you have to talk about it in context. You can't just play it like you're playing.
Stop right there. What does that mean?
Talk about it in context? I don't know. I guess we have to break down the lyrics.
This number from 1988.
Yeah, like, fuck, we gotta.
I mean, kind of. Yeah, but you can do that in a fun way. You guys are creative enough.
Well, I guess Maul
Remember
did.
when music was just like for us after we bought it, we could just do whatever the fuck we wanted.
Play
to
it
do.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I never had to ask anybody, could I play like doggy style?
That is kind of fucking wild. If I buy a record, like literally pay the $12 straight through MP3 download, why am I not allowed to play that on my YouTube platform?
And it's from the culture. It's from the hip hop culture where we're from.
I bought it. It's mine.
Okay, that's fine. But your listeners did not buy it. All 100,000 of them that are going to listen this week, they didn't buy it. So now they're listening to it for free.
Yeah, but this is our platform.
But
like if I buy a painting and I put it in my living room, like you shouldn't be able to come to my living room if you made the painting and be like, yo, move it.
$100,000 in your living room?
Huh?
Are you going to have $100,000? I mean, 100,000 people in your living room.
If we decide to do a show for my living room, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to make money out of every single 100,000 of the 100,000 people that look at that painting? Are you going to make money off of every single one of them?
Okay,
yeah, but what's the difference if you put out an album and I throw a fucking cookout in the park and I charge people $5 to get into the cookout? And I'm playing, my DJ's playing music there. Like I have to pay the artist for.
I paid the DJ. The DJ's playing music. Like it's
it's stupid. Like this shit is dumb. Like they just trying to cut this shit up as many ways as they can to keep making money off these artists.
But to me, it's literally stepping over $1 to get a penny.
Mm-hmm.
Because if
you go to a party and you hear a record, you like, damn, I like that.
I want to go listen to it.
You might go download that album. Like it's just crazy.
And if
people
I'm
hear
sitting
the show, they hear the record, they be like, I never heard that. Download it.
No one is listening to this show in a way to sneak listen to Tevin Campbell.
Yeah. I promise you that's not happening.
No,
and that's what they're trying to make seem like happen. Oh, it's like they're listening to their streaming the song without paying, they're bootlegging it. Basically, that's what they're saying our listeners are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Bootlegging the song, bootlegging the artist, bootlegging the record, and that's not the case. So it's bullshit, but whatever.
I still don't understand that shit, like, at all.
Let's talk about it. Can we talk?
In context.
Mm-hmm.
In context, we are asking if we can indeed talk on this podcast.
Yeah.
Man.
Can we? We gotta ask if we can talk. Fucking crazy.
It appears there's a voice missing.
Yeah, man. Read the group text.
Rest in peace.
And
did you just kill Eddin?
She kills everybody. Anybody knows by
Eddin
now.
is not
Demaris
dead.
has killed some of the greatest leaders of our culture.
And Eddin.
And Eddin.
Retro Star is one of the greatest leaders.
He is. Sunset Park is a pivotal part of our culture.
100%.
Don't do that. And Demaris said that Eddin wouldn't be in today because he was fucked up his back.
He broke his back.
He threw his back out at 21 years old.
He needs a backiotomy. I don't know how Eddin threw his back out, but we hope that he's all right and he feels. We should call him at some point and
we definitely should.
That's what friends do, laugh at each other through pain.
Well, once I found out he was actually like not, because you get that, he had to go to the hospital text. You're like, all right, well, for what?
Yeah.
And then once you find out it's not like death.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
you laugh at him.
Let's make fun of him.
Like, yeah, what hospital is he at? Like, let's go over there and let's record. I want to record from Eddin's hospital room.
And I wish she would have texted me instead of you and said, "Hey, I threw my back out. Can't come to the pod." I would have FaceTimed him.
I had
with
so many
tears
jokes
in my eyes.
I had so many jokes. I'm like, okay, he was at the stumbling. He probably was
stumbled.
He stumbled. He was doing the drop down challenge. I could definitely see Eddin doing the drop down challenge.
100%.
Throwing his back out. I could definitely see him trying to fucking get it into a sandwich with two young harlots and throwing it. Like, I could see a bunch of opportunities and reasons why Eddin would throw his back out.
Or get his back blown out.
Or get his back blown out. Eddin probably was being nasty.
We know the nasty shit Eddin's into.
Yeah, he probably tried to pick his girl up. You know, Eddin thought he probably did some push-ups, some squats, and thought he was Superman, picked his girl up, and threw his fucking back out.
His girl thick, too.
That did go right there. He don't want to tell us that's what happened. I know that's what happened.
Have you ever tried to pick a girl up and then immediately regretted it? Like, oh, I didn't think this through.
Definitely.
Where's the nearest couch or bed?
Yeah, that's why you got to pick her up like near the couch or the
for
bed,
sure.
so you could just throw her down.
I've tried to do the living room to the bedroom move, and I started moving a little faster. So it wasn't such a sexy walk anymore. It was like, oh.
Hey, when you try picking a girl up walking around the house and you realize like you're not as strong as you thought,
I be like, yo, put me down.
Yeah, that's
you
when
about to drop me.
That's when you got to just put her down and just watch her walk, smack on the ass, and watch her walk to the bed. Just watch her walk. Like, no, baby, this stops right here. My knees is about to give out.
But that kind of ruins the mood. Like
Not really.
You take a risk. That's kind of like a fucking lottery ticket as far as if I do, I might crap out. It could ruin the entire experience.
It definitely could, and she definitely might start looking at you like, I'm not calling this nigga no more. This nigga can't even pick me up.
Yeah, I would understand.
He can't defend my honor if we're in the streets.
What? If you can't pick her up, you can't.
Yo, what did Dale call them? What did Dale call them? Animal thugs?
I'm not saying that.
He called them animal thugs. That word is crazy. You need to neutralize the animal thugs. Put them down.
Hillary Clinton said the same thing. Y'all still voted for her.
Who voted for Hillary? Shit. I remember what they did to Gaddafi. I ain't young. I know what the Clintons did to Gaddafi.
Like Tupac Gaddafi?
Not Gaddafi.
From the Outlaws?
Him too.
What did Hillary do to?
They probably had something to do with him too.
I could see it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nasty ass Clintons.
But
anyway, man.
Shout out to the Outlaws.
Yeah, how
Still
was
making music. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It
we
took
were
a left
to link up once again, and we didn't.
I know. I linked. I did the link.
I know you linked.
I did the linking.
I know you linked, but we had plans on linking up, but we did.
I had some friends in town.
Mm-hmm.
Some cool friends
How did everything go?
From outside the country.
Oh, I love when the foreigners
30 minutes away.
Yeah, little things make them happy when the foreigners.
It was Toronto. 30-minute flight.
How was it?
It was cool.
You had a good time?
It was cool. I told you to come link at the hookah spot. I was over. I'm not going to say the place, but I was over there with my man's Lo.
Mm-hmm.
And they came. They went to did the birthday dinner thing, which I don't want to participate in. And I think you're inviting me because you just want me to pay.
Oh yeah, now that's a move. Now you know that's like a real move
for sure.
Yeah,
but no, they're not like that. I'm joking. So hookah shit is great. Watching the Knicks, music's playing.
Watching the Knicks, that's always a bad night.
I mean, it was in the background.
Shout out to
it was on the TV,
but that's a bad night.
It was just around.
Yeah.
Well, you look better when you watch. Everyone around you looks better when the Knicks are playing.
Yeah,
because they look terrible.
It's hard to look as bad as the Knicks.
Well, you can just hate and shit on the Knicks. Yeah, if you see them at Harbor, not so cool anymore, is it?
It doesn't come across the same as TNT, right?
Those bottles ain't the same.
Yeah. What else?
And when the night goes too good, there's always one drunk girl that goes, "Oh my God, we should go to the strip club."
Yeah.
She didn't sound like that, but for this story purposes, she sounded just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're a couple shots in and you don't really drink hard liquor like that anymore, you go, "Yeah,
that sounds like a great idea.
Oh my God, let's go there."
Mm-hmm. And then you get there and realize it was the worst mistake of your life.
So we go up to Sapphires. I can say that place. It's a publicly traded company.
Yeah.
It's a steakhouse.
Is it traded?
Oh, it's traded. Things are traded. I promise you things are traded in that place.
I know the culture in there.
Legally, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Legal tender.
Yeah.
Rules.
Tender.
We get there, and mind you, I didn't want to go all the way to Starlet's.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty late at that point already, and Starlet's, we was deep. It was, and Starlet's at this point, those chicks wanted to like see strippers and like, get a strip club experience, whereas Starlet's now is the bartender experience.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let's just right up the block. Let's just go to Sapphires instead. Then things just went drastically left.
Uh-oh. What happened?
We walked in, the concierge person, "Do you want bottle service?" Before he could even finish the sentence, of course. Take us there.
Yeah. Take us to the bottles.
If you asked me that,
Yeah.
The bottles to you.
How dare you ask me such a thing?
now, this ties into the conversation we just had. Why are strip clubs still trying to charge women to get in? I remember back in the day, that was always a thing because it was like, all right, women aren't going to spend money. It's, the dudes are the ones that are going to actually bring income in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone's been to a strip club lately. The women throw the most money.
Yeah.
Mind you, it may not be their money, but they are the ones that are actively making men get more money so that they can throw it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the biggest asset ever to a strip club.
Absolutely.
Yet they're sitting here with these fucking streamer rules of trying to charge $20 a head for all the girls. I'm like, wait, we about to get a section and I just asked you for $1,500. You're really going to charge these girls $20 each?
I think it's stupid that women have to pay to get in anywhere.
I agree.
Club, strip club.
Well, they don't at the club. I've never seen a woman pay to get into a club.
I've seen women pay to get in a club.
Were they trash?
No. It's just one of those clubs where they were like, yo, tickets. You got to buy a ticket tonight.
Oh, Palooza.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Like, I just don't understand. Like, wouldn't you just want women to just come in? Like,
they get weird about that. The strippers get weird about that too. Lust wouldn't let me in one night. Well, they tried not to let me in one night. They said I was dressed too much like a stripper. And they wouldn't let me in.
damn, D, what you had on? Fishnet?
I had on a bodysuit with like a see-through dress over it, but it was my
D,
birthday.
you was
They tried to let
outside.
me in,
You was in them fucking streets.
But yeah, they do that sometimes.
No. That's
And like when women start to twerk a little bit in your section, here comes security. And mind you, we throw money. It's not like we're throwing money that the strippers are not going to get. Like the
Right.
women that I came with are not going to pick the money up off the ground and put it in their pockets
Right.
because they're shaking their ass to a record at the moment.
Right.
But we cleared that up and more bottles did in fact come.
Okay. So you had a good night.
Then the back room ensued, which I was funding. I was just here as a friend.
You were just
Just
an
a birthday
investor. You were
friend.
a private investor.
That's all I was.
Mhm.
Strippers seemed to be like actually into them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these are the cool girls that are actually at the spot instead of all these other creepy men around. Let's
Yeah.
focus on them.
Yeah.
Back room thing. They send more shots on the house.
On the house. It was on your card. It wasn't on the house.
Fair. I was the house.
Trust me.
No,
yeah, you was definitely the
you
house.
playing with
That shit
house
was on
money, that's your
card.
account.
Exactly.
I had to call Loyan in the strip club because we just
Let him
switched,
know it was really you.
we just switched over to Chase and,
Well,
and you
I'm
had,
on my way.
I'm going through fucking every card in my wallet. Like, no, I swear I have money.
See, now I can't wait for our accountant meeting. I got to hey, listen, I wasn't with him. That's Rory's money he spent that night. Don't take that out of that ain't my money.
It was all of my personal cards. It was not. It was not our shit.
Have a ball.
I think.
Yeah.
It was really fuzzy in there to see how small the letters were. But what usually happens when you're with birthday girl and her friends and you've been drinking shots all night and there's strippers, now you're in a back room with more shots. What tends to happen?
Somebody got sick?
Someone got sick.
Oh, God.
I will
That's the
say,
worst.
though, strippers are some of the best caretakers I've ever seen in my life.
Well, they're women at first. The strippers second or third. maybe.
I've never seen teamwork like that in my entire. They were the emotional support, the physical support, the cleanup crew. The let's make sure the manager doesn't find out about this, so he charges y'all. It was such an amazing experience of having to deal with a drunk
That sounds
birthday
like
girl.
that sounds like a good drunk story, though. Like
Now,
it could have been worse. Oh, it's more. Okay, so it might get worse.
trying to take the at the moment deceased body into a car was one of the harder things I've ever had to do.
Yeah,
It was
that's
like
when
we
you
was
find out
taking
exactly.
Shorty out of Nam.
Yeah.
I had one arm.
Nom.
The stripper had the other
She was
arm.
wounded?
We was dragging her like her legs weren't even moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like fucking Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Literally taking the entire platoon out of the fucking back room.
I'm so glad I didn't see this. Everything happens for a reason. I was like, you know what?
Blast.
No, it was a great time.
But it wouldn't have been no easier because I would have been there just laughing. I'd be like, yo, look, she looks crazy, fam. Like, we got to drag this girl out of here. Are you serious?
I mean, luckily the strip club was about to shut down, and I was gonna get them in Uber to go back to their hotel, the three of them, and I fell for it. I got gamed real fucking quick, as if they didn't take enough money from me at that fucking strip club. The manager was like, "Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna get a car right in front for you right now.
No.
Regular price, same shit. I got you. Let's just get this girl back to her hotel with her friends safely." I was like, "Yeah, appreciate that, man." Fam. Because I was going to do 2 stops. I was going to drop them at their hotel
And then go home.
and then go home.
Yeah.
So once I dropped them, I was like, oh, I'm going to Jersey. What would that add on to the price? Just to go to the hotel, which was, you probably could have walked it on a nice day.
Yeah.
Was $150. To Jersey was $500. I got out of that car so fucking fast.
What? Yo,
I said, no. He worked for he wasn't a driver. He just worked for the strip club and had an SUV.
Of course, he was he thought you was drunk.
He was security.
Yeah, he thought you was drunk. He's like, I'm about to get about 600 right here.
Listen, man. But yeah, it was an interesting weekend.
Well, it sounds like you had a good night. Minus, sometimes things happen during the night that are just like part of the story, and that was just part of the story. But as long as everybody got to where they were going safe,
yeah,
the young lady got rehydrated.
Then shout out to Daisy. I don't know if that's her real name or her stripper name, but
it could be.
It could be both.
Yeah.
Sends a text in the morning. Mind you, didn't know she had my number. Not sure when that happened.
Yeah.
Hey, did the young lady make it home safe? I said she did. She's fine.
Yeah.
Look at the strippers. Like,
you gotta love responsible strippers, because a lot of strippers are moms.
Definitely, most are mothers.
You know what I mean? So they have that.
You can tell by the scars when they strip.
They have that nurturing spirit.
I don't mind the C-section scar with a stripper.
We keep trying to get them off this.
I don't mind either. But they're nurturing.
It's beautiful. It's life.
Yeah,
it's love.
They're nurturing. They're attentive and very caring. And all while doing it with clear heels.
Yeah.
And a G-string.
You
gotta love the strip club culture. Karl, we might be taking you to a strip club for your birthday while we're in LA.
Yes, Karl has a birthday coming up. Round of applause.
Yeah, you got a birthday.
Little crazy girls.
Birthday
it's lit.
next weekend, right?
Yeah.
How old you turning?
31.
Oh, this is a good age right here.
Prime time.
It's prime time, Karl. Yeah, we're gonna take Karl to the strip club. Karl, but you can't start dancing. Like, I just gotta let me put that out there.
Yo,
right
security
now.
stops Karl from
Don't
dancing.
embarrass me, bro.
Nah, you gotta battle one of the
I might
strippers.
attract some of them. I ain't gonna lie.
We know what attracts the strippers, Karl. We got it covered.
Please, Karl,
just don't start shaking your ass. Please don't, man. Jesus Christ. So yeah, we might take Karl to a strip club.
Karl, I want to see Karl teach at least 2 strippers like some quick choreography and film. Like, Karl should get on stage with the strippers.
See, why are you encouraging this?
Looking like
all right, imagine if you see 2 poles, 2 strippers doing what they do, then all of a sudden stop, break, and then Karl comes on and then
moonwalking,
instant fucking choreography. I'm throwing money.
What is this? This sounds like a festival. Was this a show?
Yo, listen.
It was SOBs. That's when Karl did SOBs.
I am not with you.
Karl was definitely in the SOBs dancing. I was like, yo, fam, is our shit edited? Because like, Karl is up here moonwalking, and I don't even know.
You got a lot of time on your hands.
Yeah, like I don't even know if the episode is ready yet, but Karl is moonwalking down on fucking Spring Street right now.
Oh my God. When was the last time you went to Crazy Girls in LA?
Oh, it's been a while. I haven't been to a strip club in LA in probably 3 years, 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while for me.
Definitely before the pandemic.
I think probably last time I went to Crazy Girls was with you. I think we had an LA show a long time ago. Might have been the last time.
It probably was, yeah.
And then is Sam's still open? Do people still go to Sam's?
Yeah, I think so. I think Sam's is still open.
I like Sam's.
I know it's Cheetahs, I think, Crazy Girls. There might be one more that's like the known or more popular strip club.
I heard strip clubs in LA were whack.
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison to strip clubs that you may go to in the South, any strip club outside of the South to me is like, we doing it wrong. Just close the shit down. We got it wrong. The South is where you want to go.
Yeah, LA's similar to New York. It's kind of what you make it and who you go with.
Yeah, who you go with. You might see some really pretty girls at the strip clubs in LA, and then some of them are cool. So, you might have a good time, like how he had a good time with the strippers. But it's not, in comparison to Atlanta, Houston, it's not the same. Atlanta and Houston is. I remember the first time I went to a strip club in Atlanta, I sounded like the ops. Like, I walk in, I said, she's naked. Like, because I'm from New York.
Her
like,
pussy is in my face.
I'm like, yo, she spread her asshole and winked at me just now. Like, that's how they give it up in the South. In New York, you could barely get top.
She picked up the chicken wing with her ass and put it in my mouth.
Yeah, like I didn't know what to expect the first time I went to a strip club in the South. It was a whole new experience.
Was seasoned well.
I don't even want to know what y'all talking about.
Nothing, man.
It's nothing.
But LA strip clubs can be fucking dangerous, though. When I was at Sam's, this was like 4 or 5 years ago.
They was shooting, right?
Yeah, he was with me, right?
I was with you,
Yo, somebody cracked a fucking Ciroc bottle over somebody's head in the section next to us. I'm saying it was so loud it shut the music off. Like, when like your Walkman used to skip, like if you step too hard off the bus?
Yeah.
That Ciroc bottle, which also didn't crack, went right over his head and the music stopped.
Yeah. On
He
cue.
skipped the CDJs with his head trauma. It was dead quiet.
A
We was
Ciroc
like,
bottle was heavy too. The bottom
Fam.
of that shit is
They
like
don't
marble.
break. Those and Grey Goose bottles don't break.
Yeah,
Oh, you
that's
tried?
like marble.
oh God, you heard
I
that?
don't even want to know what Demaris is. I don't want to know.
And we exited through the fire exit at that point because we knew after this rock bottle was happening,
Shots
and we were right.
and not tequila.
No,
Yeah, I like Sam's. Sam's is it's one of those strip clubs too. Like you should know a dancer that's there.
or
You
one of the
shouldn't-
bartenders.
Yeah, you shouldn't just go there trying to wing it. Like know some girls that's there before you go.
We knew a bartender. That's why we were there. But it was interesting.
Ma, how was
And I
your
think Fat
weekend?
Joe and Remy Ma were hosting.
Oh, that's a night.
It was a
Oh no, then that see you got to lead with that, Rory. If Fat Joe and Remy Ma's in the strip club, you know it's gonna be violence.
yeah.
These are two of the Bronx's finest.
I think all the way up it just dropped. I think the Ciroc bottle was broken two all the way
So that was part of the aesthetic. People were hyped. Great song.
Yeah.
The energy was
That makes
up.
sense to me.
Somebody has to get cracked over the head with a bottle. That's how you know it's a great night.
His skull was all the way up. I will tell you that much.
Yeah.
Ma, what did you do?
I didn't do much. I got some more stuff together in the crib. I went to a birthday dinner, and that was
Paid
it.
for it?
No, I didn't pay for it.
Oh.
Although that's a topic we just fell into. I don't like when people invite you out to a birthday dinner and expect you to pay for your meal.
Why? Well, that's why I don't do birthday
I didn't plan
dinners to begin
on.
with.
I didn't really care to come here. Like you gonna make me leave my house, get dressed, come to your birthday dinner, and I have to pay for my meal. I have food in the house. I didn't have to come here. Like if I do a birthday dinner, it's gonna be like laid out to where I just want my peoples to come.
Well, then who paid?
Eat.
Well, I agree with you there.
You understand what
But
I'm saying?
not
Like
everyone-
it's my birthday dinner. Like everything is. I just come and have a good time. Like
Were you out with women or out with men?
it was a woman's birthday. It was a friend of mine's birthday,
Mhm.
and her boyfriend was with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm weird, but if it's my girl's birthday,
I'm paying for everything.
I'm paying for everything. Like I'm not expecting like her homegirls to be trying to see what they ate and divvy. That's crazy to me. I know people say I'm weird and whatever. That's crazy to me. Like I'm not having my girl's friends divvy up money for her birthday dinner to pay for their meal. I'm not doing that.
I agree. And I'm not letting another man, even if it is just her man friend, pay for any part of this motherfucking dinner.
And that's another thing.
Which is why you're a hypocrite, though. But
No. I was about to say that's another thing. I
'Cause you be
started
paying.
to pay for it, but I was like, I know he might feel some type of way.
I would feel away.
Well,
You see what I'm
what
saying?
if it's like 15 of her friends though? You paying for all of them?
I mean, if it's my homegirl's birthday dinner, like it is what it is.
See, Ma, this is the thing. You have money.
But even if it's not even about that. It's just certain things. It's just about having like, you just gotta have certain like etiquette. Like it's your girl's birthday. Pay for your girl's birthday. Like don't have your homegirls all pulling out 8 different credit cards to slap on the table.
I
Like
don't blame. And this, I completely agree with you because I don't even go to people's birthday dinners because I hate that shit.
Exactly.
Right? And
Like,
I only
it's
have
crazy to
birthday
me.
dinners when I know that there will be somebody there paying for the entire thing. So I
Right.
get completely what you're saying. What I'm saying is I don't blame him. I blame her because she brought the wrong nigga to her birthday dinner. And that is something you be playing
no, she's
all
with the
year.
wrong nigga. She didn't
Oh,
just bring him
that's
to the
her
birthday
boyfriend.
dinner. Yeah, she's with the
Oh,
wrong
well,
nigga.
if you know your boyfriend don't got it like that, you don't
Don't have a birthday dinner. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is all tied in. Maybe I did have an interesting weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I went to another spot and I saw a homegirl of mine on a double date with her friend. So I said hello, like, hey, oh shit, what you doing? Good to see you. Been a minute, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She then texts me like 30 minutes later, like, hey, let's have a shot or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. So she comes over and a friend comes over and they sit with me and leave their double date.
Mm.
I thought she was saying I would go over there and have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
You are now putting me in the line of being shot.
Right.
I'm like, wait, what do you, like they sat down and got comfortable. I'm like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's a date, right? Like, yeah, no, we're on a double date. I'm like, did you tell them what you were doing? Like, cause they can see it.
Yeah.
And they just stay.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen probably leave, I don't know, like 30, 40 minutes later.
He left?
Just left. Both of them just left. And I was like, yo, y'all are fucked up. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have to look both ways when I walk out of this place.
Yeah. It might be on.
So I was on the guy's side. He just didn't know that. She then texts me the next morning with a screenshot. She texts this guy. Laugh my ass off. Why did you unfollow me? Are you mad at me?
Wait, he unfollowed her?
Yes.
Damn, he was hurt. That's hurt. That's pain.
He didn't even give it 24
Expensive
hours,
pain,
though.
expensive pain.
She sent this but she's sick. She sent this at 7:13 a.m. So that means he unfollowed on the car ride home.
No, he unfollowed before he got in the car.
From the table.
Yeah.
Why did you unfollow me? Are you mad at me? He then says, is that even a question? I've never been that disrespected in my life before. She said, I didn't mean to be disrespectful. He said, how? If I came somewhere with you, saw a female friend and sat down with her the whole time I'm with you, how would you feel? Yep. It's cool though. If you didn't say anything, I wouldn't have said anything either. I've gotten up to say what's up to people, but never actually sat down at someone's table the whole time when I'm with someone else.
He got a point.
He got a point.
He's right.
She dead ass wrong.
Yeah, she was disrespectful for that.
Even if he was a loser, like you were on a date, you realized you didn't like him, like you could have.
Yeah, exactly. You still got to go through the date, and you could get up and say hi. But it's that simple. All you got to do is put yourself in his shoes. Like if you were the girl, and a guy got up and went and sat with a girl that he knows and stayed over there,
it would go viral on the timeline about how ain't shit men are.
Yeah, exactly. Like we've seen this before. Like,
but this is the self-awareness of women. She sends me that emoji with your face is all screwed up. Mm-hmm. Said, I feel bad now. Was I rude? I said I was only telling you at the table the entire time how rude you were being.
Yeah, she knew she was being rude. She just didn't like him.
But her and her friend were saying, well, they were both not very talkative and boring, and they were like on FanDuel and just trying to do bets and shit.
Oh nah, I don't blame her then. I don't blame her.
Yeah, so I guess there's context in it.
Nope.
There's context in it, but still, like you still gotta
have to thug out that date.
Speak on that. Like, yo, why y'all just on FanDuel? Like, y'all not paying.
Yeah.
Like, speak. Don't just get up and go to another guy's table and just like that's.
I've been like, y'all busy. I'm gonna go hang out with my friend, and then I definitely don't send the message in the morning. Are you mad at me? Like, I'm not sending that. Like,
yeah, like because I think
said, why did you unfollow me? How do people know you unfollow them?
Because they go check.
And they feel it.
Who does that at 7 o'clock in the morning?
You can feel when somebody unfollowed you. Like when you do some shit.
No, I can't.
Let me explain. Can I explain? Because y'all be thinking I'm crazy. I'm telling you, if y'all just listen to me, I told y'all Trump was right. Y'all didn't want to listen to me 2 years ago. I told y'all, right?
Stick to the unfollow shit.
So look, when you do something crazy, right? And we've all been here. When you with a girl or, whatever, you're hanging out and you do something crazy and obviously like say she leaves, she wasn't feeling what happened. She got an attitude. All of these things. You can feel that. You can feel like, yo, I know this girl's about to unfollow me. You can feel that. Like, yo, she's pissed off. She's not fucking with me no more. Like, it's over.
But why is that the reaction?
Because that's the world we live in now. That means that's almost like, I don't want to see you. I don't even want to like, you know what I mean? I don't want you popping up on my phone. Like,
I just don't care.
That's just the world we in now. It's a real thing. But you can feel it. Like, you can know, like, yo, this person's definitely unfollowing me after tonight. Like, this night was crazy. Like she feels disrespected. She's upset. She left the spot we were in. Like you could just tell. Like,
is there an app or something that tells you? Because I've unfollowed people and they have hit me within minutes, and I'm like, how the fuck did you even know that?
Yeah, some people have an app where they get alerted, I guess, when somebody unfollows and follows them.
That's a sickness.
Yeah,
that is a sickness. You need help.
You way too invested in social media at that point. But it is a thing though, and we've been there.
But I just think that's weird.
You've known when a girl is unfollowed.
Oh, for sure.
She's definitely unfollowing me.
But I don't have an app that tells me.
No.
I know by my behavior.
And you can just know, you feel it like, yo, that's gonna be her like last reaction. Like, all right.
But here's where I was telling her where she fucked up. He may have been boring on the first date, could have been nervous, or maybe he really didn't get his picks in. And he thought he was watching the TVs and was like, shit, I gotta get this bet in. Mm-hmm. He seemed very articulate, good at communication, knew exactly what he wanted, what was wrong. Mm-hmm. She might have fumbled it. This could be a really, really good guy.
Yeah.
He seems relationship worthy. He was direct. Mm-hmm. He did not offend her. He did not call her out her name.
Yeah, he wasn't disrespectful.
Yeah. This seemed like a really nice guy.
Yeah. We should hang out with him. Like, I feel sorry for him now. It's like, bring him into the circle. Make him part of the crew now.
Yeah. Maybe if I would have went over there, I could have been the fifth wheel and we could have fun.
Yeah, but then
put some money on some of his picks.
Yeah. No, don't do that.
I was gonna say don't. See,
don't gamble the money. Don't get into the FanDuel shit. Please don't.
It was through him though. I'll pay for the shots. You pay for the FanDuel.
Yeah. So the weekend was pretty chill. I didn't really get into too much. It was nice though. The weather was nice yesterday and today.
Nice. Today I parked far on purpose today.
You want to just
get a little walk?
Yeah, get a little walk in. And here's the thing about being in New York. Like you forget that people were like really in. All mandates I think are lifted as of today.
Okay.
The vaccine mandate is lifted in New York City.
You just coughing, Mike.
Whatever.
Jared is right there.
We had a. I guess
it's been a long 2 years.
I guess you could call it like a little glimpse into spring.
Yeah.
over the weekend.
I'm sure it'll snow by Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
but-
it's gonna be cold all after today, the rest of the week. But people were outside, man. I tried to sneak and go see a movie by myself, like on my weirdo shit, because everybody says, yeah, you can go to movies. Wanted to go see Batman. I'm like, you know what? Sunday, I'm gonna go see Batman. Completely sold the fuck out everywhere.
Duh.
And the only
Batman.
seats available were like right in the front. I was like, there's no way I'm sitting in the front of the fucking theater to watch Batman.
Just sitting there like,
That is the crazy. Like, I think that there should be something. Aren't we like advanced enough to where those seats don't even exist no more? Like,
I gotta sell tickets.
yeah, but nobody's buying those.
Listen,
Nobody, those rows, you know how you can select your seat on the phone? Those rows were clear. There was nobody sitting in those rows. So you need to start the theater further back then. Because it's like,
no, there's plane seats that don't go back that are next to the bathroom where people take shits, and they're still for sale.
yeah, I don't mind being all the way in the back, but in the front of the theater, especially at the IMAX, how big
I'm
that
just saying how
screen is.
shitty that seat is on the plane. They're still going to sell it.
Yeah, but
They could just leave that last row.
Yeah, like make that like a little lounge or something on the plane where you can go back there and fucking.
That'd be the nastiest bathroom lounge ever.
I mean, something like
they could put
nobody
the
wants to
attendant there with the gum and the condoms and the
Yeah,
cologne.
exactly. Nobody wants to actually sit there though. Like, come on, man.
A
Certain
bathroom
shit-
attendant on a plane would be hysterical.
We need that though. You don't think so? We need a little area on the plane where we can just go and like, because you see people get up sometimes and they stand where
Yeah,
the flight attendant is, and
I've
the
done that
little-
before.
what they call it, the galley.
That is the galley, yes.
Yeah, you stand in the galley by the bathroom. You talk to the flight attendant. It's always the one guy that's like super excited about where he's going.
Mhm.
He's like,
Every
yeah,
time.
as soon as I land, we have a lunch and then we're gonna go. And
Yeah.
it's like nobody wants to go sit down, man. Like nobody want to hear that shit. They go up here making coffee and shit. Like go sit down.
And it's always the guy that thinks he's being a nice guy, like telling the flight attendant about his wife and kids. He's like, nah, you're a creep.
Yeah.
We
You up
see
there.
past the
Yeah,
strategy
yeah.
right now.
I know what you're trying to do. Buddy pass. I know.
You're nasty.
Yeah, I know it's somebody looking for a buddy pass. I get it.
What was I going to say? Oh, no, people were outside.
Yeah, people was outside,
Specifically, people in this room.
Here we go.
man. Who? Are we snitching? Snitch on the staff. We need to know.
It was on the Gram. The Gram told me.
Oh.
Another publicly traded company.
Wow.
What are you looking at me for? Carl
The data was given.
Carl lives outside.
Yeah, that's why I'm not looking at Karl, because that's no surprise. You, on the other hand, Missy,
Listen.
where was you at? What your weekend was looking like?
They had me in Dykeman. I haven't been to Dykeman since I was like 18.
Who had you? Wait, no. See, no, this is where
A
this is
young
where we have
woman
to-
that looked a little attractive and like she
Yeah,
knows
she
some
was
spots in Dykeman.
No, this is where we got to put our boss hat on. Who were you in Dykeman with, yo? I need to protect my staff, yo.
I was with a friend of mine and we went to brunch. It was a really nice brunch. We had hookah. We got drunk. We went to European Wax Center across the street. Went and got a wax while we were drunk. And then I called.
Wait. All right, let's stop right there. Look at what women do when they get drunk and just on a whim. Let's just go get our vaginas waxed.
Well, I have to go to LA and like I work all week, so I had to do it before I went to
Excuse
LA.
me, what does that mean? You have to go to LA? What, you got to get waxed before you go to LA?
You know I'm gonna be laying by the pool in 65-degree weather. You already know.
But that's how your ass got sick. See, I told Demaris.
You might need some of that hair.
I'm
Stay
like,
warm.
Demaris, it's winter time. It's gonna be 70 degrees for like 2 hours and then it's dropping back down to 50. You cannot be by the pool. Demaris told me to shut up. I didn't know what I was talking about, and I was a Trump supporter. Then I see Demaris by the pool. The next week, I'm like, all right, D. I come in the hotel. Demaris got the pool, the towel wrapped around her, walking around. I said, all right, D.
You in a hoodie?
I'm in a hoodie, flight jacket. I'm like, all right, D. We get back to New York. She's like, yo, I don't feel good. I'm like, yeah. I'm wondering why. It's 20 degrees here. You was just by a pool in LA 3 days ago.
I will say though,
man,
what would you think if you were in Dykeman, watch
Demaris?
two women get drunk, get some hookah, get some eggs, some runny eggs, and then go get a wax?
I'm like, listen, those are some responsible women right there. Like, they are covering all the bases. They're drunk, they're waxed, they're vaxxed, all kind of shit.
Or look at how they pregame to get ready for the. If this is their day, imagine what their night is.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I didn't want to go inside either. Because when I'm outside, I'm never outside. So if I'm outside, I want to get all my outside activities done at one time. Like, so I'm calling everybody. Nobody's outside. So my final call, I call Rory.
Damn, was the final call?
Yeah. Oh, well, not. I mean, like it was only like 4 people before you. So I call you and I'm like, yeah, Rory, we outside. He really like set me up for the okie doke. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna meet you at your house. We gonna go out Manhattan, blah, 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 blah.
Wait,
I get there, Rory's
none of this
slippers
happened.
are on, Baze is wrapped up in a blanket. Like,
look what Rory be doing.
Hold on.
That's what you be. That's what goes on at your house. Your dog is wrapped in a blanket.
For
and you
sure.
have flip-flops on.
Swaddled.
Because I thought
Swatted like
he
baby Jesus.
sounded against it, but I'm like, I can convince him to go out with me.
Okay.
Like, if I get there, I can convince him. He made nachos. There were nachos on the counter when I came.
Okay, hosting.
Wine, nachos.
Yeah.
We were watching
great
Worst
guy.
Roommate.
Yeah.
It was a perfect temperature in there.
Oh, he was a great host.
Mind you, this is like,
wanna
because
go
she
outside.
went out at like noon. So she came to my house at like 8 o'clock. I'm always going to be in shorts at 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not ready
for
at
sure.
8 o'clock.
Was this Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Okay, so that's about a time where you start figuring out if you're gonna go out.
Exactly. And I had said to her on FaceTime, I don't know, I'm tired. I haven't really been in bed because I was, dealing with the casualties of war
Yeah.
the night before.
Yeah, the drunken master. Yeah.
So, but I was starting to feel like, all right, I could maybe get some energy. I said, all right, well, come through.
Mm-hmm.
Then when she got there, I was like, all right, it's still early. Maybe we could figure something out. Demaris passes out on my couch within an hour.
Oh, so she wasn't trying to go.
That's what I'm saying.
I fell asleep around 11 o'clock.
Okay, that's
Rory was not moving.
That's
Rory
about
was
the
not
same.
leaving that house. I'm telling you, Rory was not.
You felt the
leaving that
vibe. You felt the energy.
But
It wasn't
she
go
was
out
in the
energy?
street. She had the word of mouth of what was going on. I hadn't been in the streets yet.
Yeah.
When you go out in the streets early, sometimes you run into other people that are street members and they go, hey, later we're doing this.
Yeah.
Because they're already an active member of
Yeah.
the streets at the time.
Yeah.
I was not yet. I was willing to become one. I was ready to get jumped in.
Yeah.
But I needed some.
You was ready if need be. I get it.
Rory was tired. It's okay. You're at that age now. You get to a tender age where you can't go out 2 nights in a row. And
You know what it
Yes.
is, and not only that, when your home is like comfortable, clean, you don't really want to go nowhere, man. Like you just be like, yo, I'm not leaving. To go where? To go somewhere and stand next to a bunch of people that's on their phones. Like,
Yeah.
my house sounds like a better spot than that.
And anytime I've gone out, it's always been, hey, should we go back to Rory's? Like,
Yeah,
I could have
like,
just saved the
could've
toll
just
money.
stayed home.
Y'all could have just came here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
that's
could
a
have just
very
came
good
to the
point.
house. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, the weekend was cool. The weather was nice. And we are out of town this week, so we probably get some good weather out west
Yeah.
while we're in LA.
I'm excited.
Yeah, man. So new music came out too.
Did it?
Syari sent me some shout out to Syari. I don't even like calling him Syari the kid no more. I gotta tell him about that. He gotta drop the kid.
I like the kid.
He has kids. I feel like when you have
Could
kids,
still
you
be
can't
the
be
kid.
called the kid.
Hmm.
But anyway, shout out to my guy Syari the kid. He sent me some music that he put out over the weekend. Last week, I told him, I said, bro, you working like Syari. I don't know, for people that don't know him, he's been consistently putting out projects for at least the last 4 years, I want to say. Like consistently putting out multiple projects. And he has a new project coming soon. He put out the joint with Benny. Shout out to Benny the Butcher. It's called Press Zero. Syari the kid.
In context, he is an artist that makes music.
Yes.
And we are playing it in
And we're
case
playing it so that people can know that Syari the Kid has a project coming.
and go to DSPs with their money.
Exactly.
So you can then give it to the
support
label.
artist and buy his music and his content, and so he can help raise a village of kings and queens and support his community. Keep the money in the ecosystem of the culture.
All right, man.
We literally can't hear a word of anything he said. That's how you have to do it now.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do it. Like, what the fuck? You can't play no music. Like, they don't want they fucking ban your shit. So Syari the Kid, March 18th, album coming. He has a joint. Which one was that? Press Zero. That's produced by Sapuda. I hope I said his name right. If not, I butchered that shit.
Like Benny, I see what you did there.
Exactly.
Entendre is crazy.
He got a lot of people on the album. He got a joint with Jadakiss, Trouble, Lloyd Banks and Ransom, Mickey Fax, T.I. and Saha the Prince, Sean Ellery, J.R. Ryder, Big Crit and Raekwon,
Oh, wow.
Bumpy Knuckles.
Fuck is Saha at, man?
Yeah, man. Syari got some joints coming, man. I fuck with Syari, man. His projects he's been putting out R&B. He put out a couple of R&B projects. You know what I mean? This seems like this is going to be, you know, obviously for the rap.
He's like Hood Russ.
He's like Hood Russ. Hood Russ. I like that. Independent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Doing this
both
shit.
sides. Great at producing and rapping and singing all that shit.
Yeah.
No, it sounds great. Did he give a date when it's coming out?
March 18th.
Okay.
March 18th.
great.
Will be in stores. Well, in your phone, in your DSPs.
Pusha T, second
Pusha
single.
T dropped the joint.
Hear Me
Mhm.
Clearly.
What you think about it?
I think I might like it better than Diet Coke. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I like it better than Diet Coke.
No, I like
but I
Diet
like
Coke
them.
better.
I like them both as two first singles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad. I know he has Kanye and Pharrell producing the entire thing, so I'm glad. And this wasn't a Pharrell produced record, right? Because it certainly doesn't sound like it.
I
I like that he's not leading with some of the more Pharrell friendlier beats
yeah.
to start the traction on it. Let me go to credits.
Hear me clearly.
Lucas stars The Mind, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Kanye, and then Bugs the Beast.
That's who produced this joint?
Mm-hmm. Those were the four. But no, I'm excited for the project.
Yeah, man, it's always good to get a project from Pusha because you know what you're gonna get.
Mm.
At minimum, you know you're gonna get a really dope project.
Yeah, but I feel the one before Daytona, Pharrell was heavily involved in. So yeah, it hasn't been that long since he's done some Pharrell focused shit.
Yeah,
but I'm curious to see what Pharrell cooks up aside to Kanye and how that's gonna sound. But I'm trying to think. Joey Badass put out a record that I liked, produced by Static Selector.
Shout out to Static.
Head High. Been hearing great things about this this Joey Badass album from a lot of people.
I like Joey Badass, man.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good one.
I like the artists that like do their own thing. Don't really try to look like nobody else, sound like nobody else. Not really with the mixy bullshit. Don't stay in the headlines for no, the gossipy shit.
Yeah, which we were talking about child stars and like how fucked up they can get.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Badass might have been the most mature 16-year-old of all time. Like he came out like an adult rapper. He moved like an adult when he first came out and put out 1999, which I think he was maybe 17.
Mm-hmm.
He never moved like a kid. Yeah. Like he's always moved this way because how old is he now? Can't even be that old. And he still moves like a 35-year-old rapper. Yeah. And I mean that in a good way.
Definitely in his 30s for sure, I believe.
No, Joey Badass is definitely not in his 30s.
You don't think so?
We could clean some of that up too. But
27.
Oh, word?
Mm-hmm.
Got a decade in.
And just turned 27.
Yeah, bro. He came out when he was
30. I thought he was at least 31.
I think that World Star clip that went viral from how he got found was he was like 15 or 16. And then 1999 came out, I think he was 17 or 18. But no, I like the way he moves. He definitely moves correctly.
And a great actor.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wish he would have stayed Inspector Deck too, but
yeah.
What can you do? He had to raise Kanan.
So the speaking of raising Kanan, the Power Boys and the Snowfall Boys, Michael Rainey Jr. and Damson Idris are fighting over which one of them has the best show on television. When really Zendaya has the best show on television, but whatever. Power versus
between Power and
Snowfall.
Snowfall?
Yes.
Power right now?
Cut it off.
Yes.
Cut it out, man. That's not even
from what I've seen. I'm not fully caught up on Snowfall or Power, but
Snowfall is better than Power.
Snowfall is better.
They're fighting.
The Power book shit. Not
that's why I said Michael Rainey Jr., who is Tariq. He is saying that
Snowfall might be better than Power too, though.
I think people could make a case.
You said that before, but we
No, he said The Wire. That's where he was. That's where he was being,
Yeah,
Trump
Snowfall. Yeah, Snowfall is better than The Wire. I'm
not going to go through this.
But we're talking about Snowfall versus Power, and we're talking about Power book.
Tariq be saying dumb shit all the time, though.
Tariq.
What's his name, man?
Michael Rainey Jr.
Okay, Michael Rainey Jr.
No, I'm saying Tariq. I'm not saying that gentleman said stupid shit. I say Tariq be saying stupid shit.
Got you. Okay, but he didn't. But Tariq didn't say that. Michael Rainey said that.
He was character acting.
Okay, got you.
It's called method acting.
Got you.
It was still Tariq.
Yeah,
watching Snowfall as Tariq.
I got you.
It might be our personal preference that Snowfall is better than Power, but Power is a very, very, very.
It's always our
show.
Personal preference. Like, so when people
Power
kill
Book
me
is
for
good.
saying that, it's like, yes, it's my personal preference. I think that the first 4 seasons of Snowfall were better than the first 4 of The Wire.
Oh, look, he's starting to cop more, please.
How?
Changing the story. Yeah,
it was. No, it was. That's how I always said that.
No, you didn't.
Because people were saying, "Oh, but Snowfall is only 3 or 4 seasons." And I'm like, yeah. So based off this first 4 versus the first 4 of The Wire, I think the first 4 of Snowfall is better.
This is going into 5.
It's on the 5th now.
This is 5.
No.
Okay.
You only have season 2. You win in season 2.
I think every other season was just as good, if not better than The Wire.
That was just as good. Ooh,
I have not caught up.
But season 2 is definitely season 2 of Snowfall is definitely better than season 2 of The Wire.
I agree with you there. I'm not caught up to. I'm not fully done with 4, but season 4 of The Wire is light years better.
No, listen, they're both classic shows. Like, so I don't want to seem like I'm shitting on The Wire. Classic shows, but Snowfall, I watched the first 3 episodes, and it kind of threw me off when it started. The first episode started because I didn't watch it when it first aired. I let a couple episodes, pile up, and then I watched them. And it started with Franklin flying a plane, and I was like, all right, this is where they're about to lose me. Like you could tell when the show was about to go to a whole nother thing, and you like, all right, I'm done.
That was your Kevin Hart headshot.
Absolutely. I was like, all right. And then it's like he flew over a part in Malibu, saw some land from out of the plane. And then once he landed, he called his boy and was like, yo, it's a land over there. It's a piece of land over there. I want that.
Just regular.
I'm like, all right, fam. Like, y'all not going to do this to me.
It's what they did in Firefest.
But that's true.
Billy did the same thing.
You're absolutely right. But then I think one of the producers or something from Snowfall came out and said, because everybody was like, who's this girl? Who's this girlfriend? Where did she come from? Whatever. And she's pregnant. And so everybody was like, oh, what is this? And one of the producers said that there was a time jump in the writing. So that's why it was like, because I was like, I'm not mad, because people were like, oh, a black man can't fly a plane. And I'm just like, see.
That's not where my head went.
Yeah, that's not, I wasn't even thinking like that. I'm just like, that's not where this thing left off at. So how are we starting with this now? So when the producer said it was a time jump, with everything in context and perspective, I was like, okay, cool. And I'm totally on board now.
But when it comes to transportation, I think Tariq may have them beat. Tariq could be in Connecticut and then the Lower East Side in 1 hour with no car, no train, no nothing.
Yeah.
He'll walk there.
Find parking. Like, it's like you're not from New York City. You can't find parking that quick.
Power beats Snowfall and transportation. Without question. Easily.
Different time. Absolutely.
What else happened over the weekend that was
Did you guys were you able to watch the entire game?
I think I have 45 minutes left.
Yeah,
I had to break it up.
I got like an hour left. But it was really, really good, though. I think this is probably one of the best Drink Champ episodes that I've seen.
Did you have a lie counter? Like the little thing that every time game tell a lie, just go ding, ding.
I didn't have a counter, but I laughed at a lot of this shit.
I was disappointed in not the episode. I thoroughly enjoyed the episode. I was let down on some of the lies. I wanted them
to be like crazier?
I wanted them to go a little crazier.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, saying that the gentleman that killed Osama was listening to Red Nation while he was shooting Osama is a pretty amazing lie.
That's one of the top lies I've ever heard.
Now, I think what they were trying to say is that, like, while he was maybe getting ready at base, he was listening to it to get excited.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that when you're going on a covert op mission as a Navy SEAL,
you got music banging in your ears?
To kill the highest person on the most wanted
man on the planet,
that you just got your iPod. Yeah. No, I believe the radio, y'all would be communicating like, yo, he's in here.
Go left. Nobody's listening to game.
This room is clear.
Yeah, like, I mean, but I understand it. It's entertainment.
I'm sure there is some truth to that guy listening to.
Of course, he's a game fan. But he's probably somewhere saying that he listens to game.
To say that you saw Obama with just Red Nation.
You gotta paint it away so that when you're giving it to the viewers, you're like, oh, word, like, damn, you gotta make it sound good. Like, you don't want to say, oh, a guy that is in the military is a game fan. No, you want to say, yo, he was on the mission.
Do you think?
And he knew that Osama was like behind that door. He had like...
He was like, hold on, wait one second.
Let me turn game down in my ear. Like, it just sounds better. It makes for a better story. So I understand.
And, sometimes music bleeds out of your AirPods. Like, people next to you can hear it. Do you think maybe Osama was on the other side of the door Shazamming the record? Like,
No, I don't.
Rory.
I'm willing to bet that Osama was. Osama had an extensive porn collection, though. You think that he was mad about that? That they put his business out there like that?
I mean, they dumped his body in the ocean. He probably was a little bit more concerned about that, but
it's like when you die and like wouldn't you be like most concerned about your phone? Like, who has my phone?
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
But I also didn't play a hand in having the Twin Towers come down. So I think like my concerns and Osama's concerns about my legacy are going to be a bit different.
Osama didn't have a hand in that either.
I wasn't going to go there. I wanted to acknowledge that.
I'm just saying, like, but okay. He's a story.
He was gang. They was all in there.
You know how you know? Because Osama was like, hey, look, I've done a lot of shit. I ain't have nothing to do with that. Like,
yo, all those innocent people that I slaughtered.
Yeah, I would never. Yeah,
you got me?
I had nothing to do with that. Like, that's how you know, like, he ain't lying, man. Because he like that shit over there, that was me. I take that. That was not me.
Has your girl ever like caught you doing some shit? Let's call it cheating. Mm-hmm. You get caught cheating, and then y'all kind of get past it, and then she accused you of some shit, that you've never done. So you cop even more to the cheating of like, nah, listen, I did fuck that bitch in April, but I did not fuck this guy.
You gotta do that. You be like, yo, I don't even know this girl right here. You be like, oh, but what about her? Be like, yo, that's just, what's it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what Osama did with the towers.
Exactly.
I don't know them two bitches.
I don't know them two bitches, man. I had never met them in my life. They look like great. They look great.
Referring to the Twin Towers as them two bitches.
And then we just trying to keep it.
Sending me.
I mean, not prayers and condolences to everybody that lost their lives. But
I blame 9/11 on gentrification in one of our sketches. So
yeah,
me calling the Twin Towers them two bitches is not really.
So like, something like
Osama was sitting there like, all right, explain to me how you get a plane into the Pentagon. This don't make no sense. My plans ain't that ill.
Listen, man, I'm here for this type of talk, but
we know
what we have to talk about music. Fucking music. You know what I'm saying, Karl? We got to talk about music.
The fans are under the impression that this is a music podcast.
What type of porn was Osama into though?
I think Osama like big black asses, kind of like your dad.
Okay, my dad and Osama have something in common.
Something in common. But I know he probably was like, "Yo, come on, man! Like, don't show them my porn collection." Like,
was it magazines or was it like hard drive?
Osama was sick. He still had VHS.
Oh, I respect it though.
What was
old
back
school,
then, though?
Old school,
vintage.
He's a connoisseur,
and you know he liked hairy pussy.
Of course,
yeah. He has to go 70s VHS shit all day.
You know Osama like the hairy ass. You know that. But yeah, any more music? I don't know how we got into Osama and liking hairy
Drink
asses.
Champs.
Oh, Drink Champs. Yes.
The live meters. Yeah, I wanted more live.
It was good though. I really enjoyed hearing from the game. Even Wack, man. Wack is entertaining. And yeah, he's doing a great job, man, as far as like getting the guests to sit down and get comfortable and just be themselves and just talk about whatever the fuck they want to talk about. So I got to finish the episode. I got like an hour left in the episode. That's how I know I like that episode, because I was really sitting there like, and I don't do that often.
Listen, Baisley went on more walks than she could handle. I was cleaning shit in the house more, like I'm scrubbing floors that are clean, like just so I can
hear it.
Yeah.
It was a good, really, really good episode. Shout out to Rory. Shout out to EFN. Shout out to the game. Shout out to Wack.
I'm trying to think if there was other takeaways from it though.
Well, I still got an hour left, so I don't. It may be some shit left in that hour that.
I mean, I actually wasn't aware of him and Fat Joe's relationship like that. I remember when he took the stance of saying, "I'm not dissing kissing Fat Joe," but I didn't know they were like friends for real. And I see what they were trying to say with the "Get Rich or Die Trying" shit. The clip was kind of taken out of context in some regard.
Well, I said that. Like I said, these clips are just for, sound bites to get people to want to rush to see the episode. But I'm pretty sure there's more context after what he said.
But no, it was good.
Really good episode.
Demaris, you listen to it?
I have not listened to Game yet. No, I didn't get a chance to.
No, you was at the European Wax Center. I get it. It's all good.
Can we talk about him drinking the whole bottle of Casa Azul?
So I listened to the audio. I didn't see the video. Did he actually do that?
He did it.
And in that time,
he finished the bottle
straight through.
I know, he was drinking for real.
Yeah, it was straight. He opened it and then just didn't stop. I don't know how he survived it after, but
yeah, Nori is set up. He'll get you talking and drinking, and you just be talking and drinking. And when you're talking, you don't notice how much you're drinking, like because you're not counting it. Somebody's not coming over here saying shots, and you're counting the shots. No, you just sit there and talk.
But they was like, sweating. "Yo, Game, you don't have to do this." And Game was like, "If I'm on Drink Champs, I'm gonna be a drink champ." And then he just bought his own bottle.
Became the drink champ.
You're gonna be the ambulance champ too.
The funniest shit that does makes so much sense and no sense at all about some of the shit Game has said in his career. He just kept saying, "Yo, I really thought rap was real this whole time." Like this whole time, like when me and 50 had a disagreement, I was like, "Oh, now we have to kill each other."
Yeah,
this is what rap is.
That's definitely not what rap is.
That's some sick ass shit.
But that speaks to the younger generation now and the things that they're doing. It's like they're really trying to live these rhymes out.
Yeah, and
it's like, bro, I promise you don't have to do this. You can say you killed 50 people in hip hop and never even held a gun.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Does it sound good?
Does it sound? Yeah, mix it.
Was it in pocket?
Yeah,
but it was not. It was interesting. It was just a lot to process at one time. But shout out to EFN, Nori, Wack, Game, everyone else that they kept naming. It was a lot of names.
Yeah, first episode.
I am excited for this Game album though.
Game always makes good albums.
But I think he's in a different zone. Admittedly, that he said off that easy verse, who he's around, the focus. I think
music.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get the Game album where he gets as many features as he possibly can and raps like the feature to try to beat them like he's done for a few albums. I think this is going to be like a real concise game album. Like I think he'll focus more on producers than he will like with features from the last one. Even though I love the last one, I just didn't really need to hear Ed Sheeran on the hook. I love that Game and Ed Sheeran work. I just don't need to hear them together singing about the city of Los Angeles.
Yeah, certain collabs.
He's from Australia.
To me, exactly. Certain collabs to me just don't make sense, and I hate when you see artists collab with other artists just because you know that it's gonna people gonna click it. Game was reaching into his real hip hop bag because I believe that he was with Kanye and Kanye had FaceTime Primo.
Okay.
And I think he was telling Primo he wanted to do the scratches. I think it was for the Easy record though.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
I think that might be Preem scratching on the Easy record. But I would like to see him on more like hip hop tracks like a Primo or...
Has Game ever worked with Preem?
The Easy record. That
was like, it. That's the one that Preem scratched on, right?
But like for real work with Preem.
I want to say no, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Because at this point, I think Preem has worked with everybody.
Yeah, but I feel like Game, even though he left G-Unit, was part of that alienate myself from everyone in the industry and not be friends with anyone type of time.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see him not ever working with Preem.
It makes sense though, like for him to, like Game is a rapper.
Yeah.
And he's a student of hip hop. And so I know he is a Preem fan. So I would want to hear him on joints like that. I would want to hear him on like Harry Fraud.
For sure.
Like there's certain producers I would like to hear Game work with. So hopefully this album
is... the fact he doesn't work with Al either is yeah.
He never worked with Alchemist?
Not that I can think of.
I feel like he has definitely worked with Alchemist before.
I could be wrong. But I mean, Demaris went on the Game bar crawl. Game said if you drop him off at the W Hotel in Times Square, he could walk to Dykeman. He knows his way.
Oh.
He said no train, no car. I could walk to Dykeman. I know where to go.
Okay.
You're not gonna walk to Dykeman from Times Square. That's a long fucking walk.
What is that like?
That's like a 4-hour walk.
80 streets?
More.
80 blocks?
Way more.
Yeah, that's entirely too long. Nobody's doing that. But I get what he says. Like he's been in New York enough times. He knows his way. All right, we got more music. Lucky Day.
He's coming out. Yeah, March 10th.
March 10th, Lucky Day. Candy Drip. Is that the name of the album?
Mm-hmm.
Candy Drip.
Did he put a track list out yet or no?
No, I saw a single, the Candy Drip single, which came out around, if I'm not mistaken, Christmas.
And then he put out a second single when we was in Detroit.
Getting beat up.
Yes.
We got beat up not to Game's music. We got beat up to Lucky Day's
music. The irony.
But I'm super excited. I don't have much to say outside of I fuck with Lucky Day. And
Lucky Day is he's one of the few R&B artists that's like real R&B.
I think this is this sounds corny and cliche, but this is a very important album for him.
I agree.
Because he's on that verge between just being a popular R&B artist to that next step. I won't say superstar right away, but to be in that category, because there's not many men in it at all.
That's what I was about to say.
I think this album could put him in the SZA summer type category if it is executed correctly and does what it's supposed to do and sounds the way it's supposed to sound that we do know Lucky Day's talent to be. I think this can be the album for that.
Yeah,
it's that timing. Because I don't think the last one was, even though it's a good album, he wasn't in the position yet to take that next step.
He's definitely, I think people already look at him like he's, as far as male R&B artists, he's probably the best one out right now.
Yeah.
As far as, projects and singles and stuff like that, real R&B. I think that you are right, though. This is his moment to make that like official and stake his claim like, I am the top male R&B artist right now.
And why I say this is the time now, because if this album, which I sure will be great, but if it doesn't put him in that next step, he could be perceived, when I'm saying like festival bookings, label-wise, streaming, all that, okay, this is just his plateau. This is where he is now. Mm-hmm. He isn't going to go to the next step. Yeah. It's that sophomore type shit right now for him, I think. But
he has the talent,
for sure.
We can't question that at all. I think that does this have to be better than the last album? No,
yeah,
or can
absolutely.
it be just as good?
Has to be better.
Better
has to not only be better like tastemaker wise. I mean, single wise, what's coming out after the album as far as third singles, fourth singles, visuals, like yeah, this is extremely important to him, which I'm sure he knows. He's a very smart guy, but it's not a make or break album, but it could put you somewhere in your career that you haven't been yet, or it could keep you in the same place that you're in right now.
Because he put out the Table for Two project.
Mm-hmm.
That was in February of last year. And then obviously the album Painted was the one in 2019 that was like, okay, this dude is
Yeah,
serious.
I mean, not to say Table for Two wasn't a good album, but coming out with Painted and then it felt like, oh, maybe he will take a next step, and he kind of stayed where he was as far as perception wise.
Yeah.
So I just think this one is extremely important for him. Because I don't even think he was happy with the reception Table for Two got. Not the music. I'm strictly talking about what attention and all that shit to take you to the next step.
The single Over is still one of my favorite songs.
Over's
that
great.
dropped in the last few years from R&B artists. Like Over and obviously Hers Damage were probably the two for me as far as R&B. That were like the best singles. But yeah, Lucky Day, Candy Drip, March 10th.
So SZA, Lizzo, Chloe, and Giveon are all supposed to be coming out this year.
SZA, Lizzo,
Chloe,
and Giveon.
Why'd you add Lizzo in that category?
I don't, because well, Lizzo, don't do that, because Lizzo will have pop singles, but her album will be R&B, like it was for her last. Well,
not to the culture.
If that's not. Have y'all listened to Lizzo's actual album?
Of course.
Okay.
R&B.
It can be a mix of pop and R&B. Chloe's a mix of pop and R&B.
Sure. Lizzo's a little more though.
Most R&B singers these days are a mixture of
I don't think nobody
R&B.
looks at Lizzo like an R&B artist though. She can sing. She has a voice. She can do an R&B record, but I think she would be considered pop. She doesn't even move like an R&B artist.
How do R&B artists move?
Seem to be a little more reserved.
Could you compare
Are you genre
SZA's?
shaming?
No, I love the genre.
Could you compare Control to Lizzo's album as far as sounds go? Not to say that Control is the definition of what R&B has to be, but that is a no argument R&B album.
I think actually it could be argued that Control, but that's a whole different thing.
What is pop about Control?
I didn't say pop.
Okay.
Just because something isn't R&B doesn't make
What
it
album?
pop.
Control. SZA's her actual album, if you don't count her.
A lot
EPs.
of people would call that
Caribbean pop. That was the funniest shit D ever said, by the way. Caribbean pop is hilarious.
But SZA has a different. It's not traditional R&B.
No,
they would label her R&B, but it's not traditional R&B at all.
I do not label Lizzo as R&B.
Not Lizzo. I'm talking about SZA.
SZA is.
SZA.
She's modern. She's modern. She's modern R&B.
No, she's a completely just like Chloe. If you're talking about Chloe and Halle, they're a completely different type of R&B.
They put out a pop album. Their album is a pop album. It's a polished pop album.
I think we need to study genres a little bit more so that we don't.
It's all black music.
Because I think we like to say if things aren't R&B, then they're pop, and that's not true.
Well, R&B can be pop because pop just means popular.
Yes,
but
it has a sound.
R&B is a certain tempo, chord, melody. Pop is a little more up tempo. You know, the content, the lyrics are a little different with pop. But if an R&B record is really good, it becomes popular. So it's like, it's pop.
Yeah, because you would say Hate You by SZA is 100% an R&B song, but it was the most popular song of the year.
Exactly.
But it's still all those chords and the content is R&B to me.
Yeah.
It just happens to be a popular song.
Either way, Lucky Day, the clock is ticking.
SZA, the clock is ticking, even though it's not ticking. But I need a fucking SZA album.
SZA? Yeah, but she's coming. You know SZA's dropping.
Ella Mai, did she come yet or is she coming? Ella Mai is still coming. She dropped a single, not an album.
She got quiet. I wonder why she got quiet.
What's the last joint Ella Mai put out? She
just
was singing,
put one out more recently.
But she was doing the hook for on which big record was that Ella Mai did the hook on?
I don't know.
Was it this year?
No, last year.
Because she just put out that DFMU, I don't know what it stands for, but she put up a song called DFMU. That's pretty good. It's been on all the
DFMU.
It's a good song.
Ella Mai?
Yeah, put out probably 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Why? I haven't heard it.
Yeah,
I haven't heard it either.
DFMU.
Yeah,
that means
it stands for don't fuck me up or something like that.
Oh God, is it everyone's caption yet?
No, you can't about it.
That's how I know I'm getting old, man. I see them like the acronyms.
Oh, I can't keep up with
and
them.
I'll be like, all right, what does this mean? I feel like it's Morse code now. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I could barely get with the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy one. That took me a year. Like, they're talking about the Kanye album.
Yeah. Oh, that was hell. That was the time.
Like, Watch the Throne, I was like, oh, all right, I see what you're saying, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But-
we got that. That was one of the more easy ones to get.
Joe, the acronym shits, especially in Twitter debates and shit, and people start dropping that. I'm on Google, like, all right, wait,
like,
what is he
I can't
talking
keep
about?
up. I can't keep
But
up.
once I see, as long as I have the MBD, I don't worry about the rest.
Listen, they have Good Kid, Mad City as one, and Good Kid, Mad City also has an acronym in it.
Yep. The MAA. Yeah.
It's too much shit going on, man.
Mm.
Just what's the name of your album? But don't give me no fucking acronyms.
Usher's Confessions 2 has been rumored to be coming this year as well.
Been rumored. Yeah,
Usher.
JD's been on live playing it.
Confessions 2.
Yeah.
They have a Confessions part 2.
No,
not the song.
The album.
It's
He
not
had
the
a song.
official title, but you know.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm like. Confessions
now.
2. He didn't have an album called Confessions. I'm like, what am
Yes,
I?
he. Are you okay? Yes, he did.
These are my confessions.
The name of the album is Usher Confessions.
Oh, brain freeze. My
I'm like,
bad.
wait.
I'm just sitting here. I was going to let him work it out
Brain
by
freeze.
himself.
Like, wait.
Brain freeze. My bad. I'm sorry.
I mean, I can pull it up. I can pull it up for you if you. It's a good album. I don't know if.
Probably.
I forgot.
Is that a classic?
Usher's album? Of
I have to
course.
ask you sometime.
Absolutely. Come on. You don't have to
Probably
act.
one of the most classic records in our history of R&B.
The album? Yes.
Yes.
The song? Yes.
I love this.
That album. But you know what? You know what gets lost in that though?
What?
8701 was a really great album.
was
though.
amazing.
I prefer 8701. My preference.
That gets lost like in how good.
Well, you didn't even hear Confessions. You didn't even know it was an album.
I forgot. No, I'm sorry. I was thinking the song title.
I'm the
I
only
forgot
person that
was
like
the name of
Raven versus Raymond.
That shit was fire.
it.
Yeah.
That shit was good.
All right.
Usher doesn't really have a bad.
That was
Project.
a good album. That was a good album.
Only when he tries to
That
sound
was
like
a good
Future.
album. It's just that when the album is as good as Confessions,
Yeah, everybody's
if everything else after that is kind of like, yo, but this ain't Confessions, bro. Like, it's, you know what I mean? And that's the fucked up. That's why when people be like, oh, this artist has a classic. This artist has... No, bro. We know what the classic, like Confessions is a classic, undeniable.
8701 is a classic.
But that was before Confessions. You see what I'm saying? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
anything after Confessions, if it's not as good as Confessions,
Sure.
it's looked at as a failure. That's why
No.
artists like, yo,
No, we're not a failure, but
I mean,
And why
to
can't
the
there
public,
be?
maybe
to-
not to
there
the
could be-
artist.
There could be more classics, just not as classic.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, but we talking
Confessions
about-
is more of a classic than 8701.
absolutely. But we talking
they
about
can
when
both
people
exist.
say, "Oh, this artist has a classic album."
Mm.
You know what the classics are because based on what they put out after that, you know exactly how to judge those projects.
All right, well, bingo card. Hove. He has multiple classics that are not like each other at all. Like just because he didn't make Reasonable Doubt again, and you could deem that the best classic, he can still have Blueprint in the Black Album.
Yeah, but a lot of Jay's albums, people are still comparing to obviously the ones that they deem Volume 2.
But those aren't the ones that they put in the classic category. I would say Black Album, Blueprint, and Reasonable Doubt are the three most popular that people would say are classic albums. And those two came after Reasonable Doubt and didn't sound like Reasonable Doubt. Content was completely different. Content was completely different on all three of them.
Mhm.
So I think just because you have the quintessential Reasonable Doubt doesn't
Wait,
mean
what
that he
albums did
can't.
you say?
Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, Black Album.
Okay.
Are the ones that the masses would probably say
Mhm.
the three. And
I
those
don't know why
those
people kill American Gangsta. I thought that was a really great album, but
I don't think people kill it.
people hate that album.
people hated it at the time.
They still do.
No, it's probably the most popular thing to say now is how good it's aged.
A lot of people hate that album. When it came out,
Well, they're
because,
wrong.
you know, people thought that it was going to be based on the movie.
Mhm.
And so people got caught up in that when they heard it. Like, okay.
That's why I liked it. I thought that was going to be it. And I was like, dog, I do not want to hear Jay-Z score this Denzel Washington movie.
Score.
Like, I don't need, I could watch the movie. I don't need to hear J-Rap.
Right.
So when it wasn't that, I was like, all right, thank fucking God.
Yeah.
And also, you have to remember that American Gangster came after the retirement, so everybody were harder on him. Anyway.
No,
They were
Kingdom
much
Come
harder.
had already been out by that time.
Yeah,
Hmm?
people really got caught up in the
You
fact
said
that
what?
Kingdom Come had been out
Oh,
already.
yeah, you're right.
people got caught up in the fact that the movie was coming out, and people really did think that this was going to be basically the soundtrack to the movie. Because that's just what it was at that time. People were like, oh, he's doing the soundtrack.
Mhm.
Like people were saying he's doing the soundtrack.
I
But
was
I'm like,
under
no,
that
this
impression,
movie, it was
I
just
wasn't.
inspired by the movie, but this is not the official soundtrack of the movie. But either way, that's probably 3 letters in bingo. 2 more to go. Don't worry
for
about
sure. Scarface the movie did more than Scarface the rapper to me.
Rory,
I hated that line so much.
You a fucking idiot, man.
I hated that line so much.
You are fucking crazy.
Who he had more in common than Ludacris? Is that El Chapo or somebody? He not trying to diss Luda, my dude. Luda didn't think
I'm not falling into that rabbit hole with you. I'm not doing that.
I wasn't trying to even get on a J conversation. I was trying to say that you could have multiple classics that sound different, even if they're after the main classic.
Got you.
Oh.
Dennis Rodman says there's Confessions 2 coming soon. When is it coming? We don't know. Who cares? I care.
Karl will know. And
he said before his Vegas show in July, it should be ready to go.
All right.
Oh, that's soon.
Yo, and
what can he confess though?
And I gotta go see Usher in
you mean
Vegas.
what can JD confess?
And Brian Michael Cox been in there too, yeah.
And when is the Visions album coming? God damn it.
Yeah,
bro. We asking you.
Look at the whiteboard in JD's. It's Confessions, Division, Justice's audio project.
Confessions 2 is coming before the Division project?
I don't know.
Daniel's playing records. He's having like full A&R fucking seminars.
Oh, yeah.
That album better be coming soon, man.
Listen, man, I don't ask. I just ask how they're doing in their personal
lives. In their real lives?
Yeah.
Yeah, the questions we don't care about.
And I will say, if it's anything like their personal lives, there'll be some shit on that album.
It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
Some turmoil going on over there.
Dennis Rodman says he was smashing LA Lakers owner Jeannie Buss for 6 months. I don't know if y'all want to hear the audio behind it, but he said that he met Jeannie Buss and went back to the penthouse. And
inmates around the asylum.
Said they were.
Why niggas be running their mouth?
I mean, you know, this and I did.
That's when I feel like you can run your mouth on though. Because I'm with you. I don't really like the I fuck this person type shit. If you was fucking the Lakers owner and you're Dennis Rodman, I think that's okay.
And you were a Laker at one point.
To say.
That you were smashing well, she wasn't the owner at the time. Her dad was still actively owning the team, I believe, when Dennis was there. Yeah. I think Dr. Buss was still active in the organization then.
She was active as well.
Outside of the organization.
And
well, she was doing what she had to do to kind of
she was players' personal lives, was making sure it was good.
Players and make sure that they knew LA would welcome them with open arms and thighs, maybe. Who knows?
If my dad owned the Lakers, I'm not fucking the help. I'm not doing it.
The help? Dennis Rodman is not the help.
If my dad owned the Lakers.
Yeah. The help would be your dad's driver.
No.
Not the nigga that's out there grabbing 12 to 15
No, he's just the biggest helper.
Damn, Dennis Rodman is the help?
I'm not in compare.
I know what you mean. In comparison to your dad being the owner of the team.
I'm the daughter of the owner of the Lakers.
So you look at Dennis like.
So like I'm gonna go try to like fuck maybe like the owner of the Bulls. Like I'm not gonna like.
But then you would be fucking your dad's
rival,
coworker.
I'd rather the rival than the.
Not a rival. They all work together.
Yeah.
The owners are all they're on the same team.
They're in the group chat together, I promise you.
And anyways, the woman that invented that line, I can't fuck the help, ended up fucking the help.
She definitely ended up fucking help.
She fucked the help that murdered her husband.
What movie was this?
Scarface. Callback. Scarface for the movie did way more for me.
Way more than
the rapper.
You know what?
Way more than the rapper could ever do for you.
She called Tony the help and then fucked him. He came back in and was like, yo, Frank's dead. And she was like, all right, bet. I'm with you now.
That's why I feel bad for her stupid ass at the end. I'm like, are you for real? I don't know who I disliked more, her or Shorty from Blow. Definitely Shorty from Blow.
The mother from Blow?
The mother from Blow was just a mom. She was being a mom.
No, she was being the opposite of a mother. No, she was like the shittiest mother ever.
She was a mom.
I definitely hate her more than out of all of them. But I was talking about the wife.
The wife was the worst.
In Blow?
Hell, she got them pulled over and said he has drugs in the trunk. Like, are you kidding me?
She was horrible. What was her damn name in that movie?
But see, that goes back to you trying to wife a chick that look how he met her. She was with one of his former colleagues. Let's just say he was a colleague.
Yes.
Met at a wedding. Went into the foyer. What is that what they call it?
I would say bigger. I have a foyer. That was more like a palace.
Whatever. The palace.
The grand steps.
Mirtha. That was her name. Mirtha.
They went into the fucking museum and made out and had sex. And then he made it his wife and his kid's mother.
Wow. Now that I think about it, Blow is the story of mommy issues.
Okay.
It just connected in my head. That story is that should be taught in therapy sessions with mommy issues. His mother was a complete bitch, betrayed him, watched his father take her back every time, that whole thing, and then kept trying to love this crazy Colombian chick that is getting him arrested, keeping the kid away, wants to bring her back in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a system, a constant cycle of women treating him like pure shit because his mother did. Wow.
And the mother was a brunette.
And then just add in some cocaine.
With a brunette.
Mm-hmm.
Men tend to do that too.
Oh, no, they don't.
Yes, they do. That's a mommy issues thing. Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're searching for like
your mom
and another woman
by their hair color.
No, for real, it's a real thing that really happens.
Same thing with women and daddy issues. Same thing. Yeah,
all the women I deal with, their fathers don't look like me.
Well, not. Yes,
by science, like
not look like you, but they're searching.
Oh, act. Yes, I am a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and I do eventually leave them.
Exactly. See, it all ties in.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Even if it's joke, it all ties in. It's all related.
It's a joke. Cares? And Shorty from Scarface, the wife, she didn't ever do anything wrong, but be coked out in a hoe. Like she kind of did stay out of the way.
All a hoe. Why she got to be a hoe?
Who? The sister?
I'm calling you a hoe if you're my wife, and then some guy that's been trying to fuck you for
that doesn't make you a hoe. Maybe years, that was the love of her life.
And
maybe that was meant to happen.
Then I'm murdered, and then you go be with him. Yeah, fuck you, hoe.
Doesn't make you a hoe.
Forever, fuck you.
Or maybe she was afraid she might have been the next one to be murdered. You murdered my husband because you wanted to be with me.
And Tony was a sucker for killing Manolo. Like we don't talk about that enough. That was some sucker shit. Like that's like the biggest sucker shit in like classic movie history.
Are we doing a Hove bar bingo card too? Because I had to look away when Scarface killed him.
No, but just think about that.
It's Rory knowing every single Jay-Z bar related to movies that ever.
I know every Jay-Z bar ever.
He wasn't just like fucking. And granted, Tony didn't know that they got married. Like he just saw his sister come out of the room and had a robe on.
They got married?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got married that day.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I haven't seen Scarface in a while. Well, nah. You don't think it's some sucker shit to, after your friend says, whether you agree with it or not, please do not fuck my sister. He didn't say it in a polite way, because he was a psychopath maniac.
Well, he knew that.
He said, "Don't fuck my sister," and you know how crazy I am.
Because he knew Manolo was a ladies' man. He knew Manolo was, just fucking women, and so he was saying it like, "Yo, like, nah, not my sister." Like,
well, he had some mommy issues too, because at one point it did appear like Scarface wanted to fuck his sister, and she did it at the end when she got murdered. She must have went to therapy because her mommy issue trauma came in and was like, "Tony, you trying to fuck me?"
Well, that comes from because he didn't want her with no other man,
which
like
is weird.
It's his sister. It was just like, yo, I don't. He still looked at her like his kid sister.
Tony is wrong, but I'm saying also his man. I told you not to fuck my sister. Then I come to your house and you my best friend, and my sister is ass naked in your house.
But we're married, so I'm not just fucking her.
But all right, y'all didn't fuck for the first time when you got married.
No, but we love each other. Like we're actually, this is my wife. Like we're actually together.
But I asked you prior to you falling in love with this woman, not to do that.
But
you shouldn't even had a chance to fall in love with her because you shouldn't even been looking at her too hard because I told you not to.
What did Jay say on anything? I'm never liking your girl. We never do.
How pretty she is. I'm never liking your girl.
That falls into sisters too.
Yeah, I think more so was the fact that Tony just felt like Manolo would have like treated his sister like another floozy around town.
No, I just think Tony was possessive.
Did they ever call him Manolo in the show? His name Manny.
Well, his real name was Manolo though.
Was it?
Yeah,
it was.
Manny,
but they never really called him that. I think maybe once.
Oh, Maul know them behind.
He said, "Manolo, shoot that piece of shit." Remember when he killed the cop? You ain't no cop. Manolo, shoot that piece of shit.
That's so. Hey, you want a job?
Yeah. Thanks, Tony.
Yo.
Thought he thought he was about to get killed.
Accent than he did in that movie.
What was his man's name that got killed in the first drug deal going bad that he was doing for Frank first?
That was his brother that they chopped up?
Yeah, Cost, whatever his name is. Like, he came in there fine with it. He's like, here's like 10 grand. Cost my brother's life.
And we got the drugs and we got the money.
Yeah.
But it was all a setup. They wanted Tony to die in that whole deal too, but he didn't. So that's when they knew, okay, this dude is tough. He made it out of that.
Scarface.
Chi-Chi, get the
overrated movie, but I get why people say it's a classic. It's overrated though.
And Miami still looks exactly the same.
Blow or Scarface?
Blow, not even close. For me.
I was asking. You have common sense. I'm asking them all.
I don't have common sense?
No. Blow or Scarface?
Blow.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Goodfellas
we're
or
all in the
Blow?
minority in that though.
Goodfellas or Blow? Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, it's a tough
I think
one for me,
Goodfellas
but I'm
is
gonna have to
number
go
one.
with Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
The Godfather or Goodfellas?
Goodfellas.
The Godfather, part 1?
Mm-hmm.
Goodfellas.
I don't know, man. That's tough.
It has more replay value to me.
Goodfellas has amazing fucking replay
Yeah.
value.
The Godfather, there's so many jewels in it though.
Yeah, but that's why, like, it's not, I don't want to say like cheesy in that type of way, but like of course they're all classic lines and it's so many jewels and all that.
Mhm.
Goodfellas has so many jewels from the start to end of just what not to do. There's no like great one-liner that was like, oh, I never thought of it that way. You just watched the entire thing and was like, I think I might stay away from drugs.
I like Casino more than Goodfellas though.
All right, see.
I mean,
No?
No.
too much flossing, too much Sam Rothstein.
Yeah, I think I like Casino more than Goodfellas. I think so. I think I would watch it. Like if both were on right now, I think I would watch Casino before I watch Goodfellas.
Does Goodfellas have does Karen ruin everything at some point? Yeah, Karen
Yes.
flushed the coke down the toilet.
Oh my God, I hate her every time. I can't even watch it. I just get so
Is
sad.
Ginger not a hoe? I just want to know.
Ginger's a hoe.
Oh, cool. All right. just had to make
She
sure.
was with a pimp. Of course she's a hoe. Like,
No, by
she's
definition,
literally the
she was legally a hoe.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
said yes.
She-
Okay,
No.
once she retired from her tax return hoedom,
Mhm.
and she was a married woman, was she a hoe?
Tax for
Yeah, because she was still taking money and giving it to a pimp.
She was just fucking her pimp. That was her man.
Yeah, but I mean, well, he was
Sam Rothstein was kind of the side on the low.
He was absolutely. He was.
Yeah.
He was absolutely the side. He knew that. That's why he went in there. He was like, "Get up now, get up, fucking kill you." How you gonna kill her for being with her other nigga? You know she loved it. You caught her on the phone with the nigga when y'all got married. She was in the hallway on the phone with him.
That was crazy.
You should have known right there. Like, then why am I even marrying this bro? She's a hoe. Casinos, I think I like Casinos better than Goodfellas. I think
Joe Pesci's death scene, I think, is one of the worst death scenes.
when he thought he was getting made.
No, not in Goodfellas. They just shot him there.
In Casino.
in Casino.
They buried him and his brother alive.
Granted, those crazy superhero movies and gore movies, yeah, there's terrible deaths. That one though, like, felt real.
Watching them beat your brother to death.
Yeah, they were really mixed bat sounds, and then buried him alive. Like, that scene was rough.
Yeah.
Why is Joe Pesci's always dying?
Every movie.
He must do it well.
Joe Pesci's best movie to me ever.
Home Alone.
My Cousin Vinny.
My cousin Vinny.
Yeah. My Cousin Vinny. By far. Best Joe Pesci movie.
Two Utes.
The Two Utes.
Are you Jamaican and Italian?
Yo, when he came in court with that fucking tuxedo on, like he hopped off the top of a cake. Yo, the judge thought he was trying to like be funny. He said, "What are you wearing?"
No, those are some of the best dialogue
My
scenes.
Cousin Vinny, please watch that movie. Is a fucking classic,
That movie
bro.
is a classic.
My Cousin Vinny is hilarious.
Have you seen Gotti, the HBO one? Not the one that Travolta did. That one's fucking awful. It's Gotti. It was on HBO. It was really long time ago.
Who played Gotti?
He's fucking amazing. He played the Italian mob boss in American Gangster. I know his name. He's Armand Asante. I'm not Italian. I'm Irish. We have regular names.
Del Toro, Benicio Del Toro. Is that his name? I don't know.
No, it's Armand Asante or something like that.
Yes.
That's high up there. Like, you could rate that with every mob movie we just talked about.
Yeah.
That movie is fucking incredible and just was a straight to HBO TV movie. That shit should have been in theaters.
Yeah.
That movie was really good.
The last movie that Pesci and De Niro did together.
The Irishman?
The Irishman.
The Irishman was good. It was very long, but it was.
But it was really good though.
Mhm.
It is a long movie, but it keeps your attention.
You have to just like dialogue.
Yeah.
If you're fine watching movies that you literally just have to listen and there's not going to be much.
Mhm.
That's why Goodfellas is so good, because there's so much dialogue and so much ups and downs and
Right.
all that other shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, I really enjoyed The Irishman.
Great movie.
And well, I don't want to say, I'm going to kind of reveal where I live, but it's fine.
No, don't, please. Let's just
All right.
no. We don't.
There's just been a lot of FBI action by my crib in regards to that movie.
No, pay your taxes.
No, it's fucking Jimmy Hoffa's buried right there.
Yo.
Hoffa.
Yo. I cannot.
But if they find his body and that shit was just next door to me, that's gonna be fucking hysterical.
Never happening.
I mean, your brother's carrying the name on.
He is.
Are you Maul Hoffa?
No.
You look like your name on AIM was Maul Hoffa.
My name on AIM was some bullshit.
Maffa?
Nah. I think it was like, I don't know, young CEO or some shit like that.
Didn't we talk about this?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Because Young CEO
like
Yeah, that
reminds me of that.
Young CEO. Some shit like some bullshit.
Should change your IG name to that.
No. Those days are over.
Are you saying Dame bit your AIM name for his clothing company?
CEO? No, CEO was just an acronym that existed before. And I was like 25, 24 at the time. I was just young CEO.
I get it.
It was stupid, man. I don't know what the fuck I was doing back then. I miss those BlackBerry, those BB Messenger days.
It was a time. What else do we have to cover?
Have you guys' Tinders been hitting?
Yo, I forgot we even created Tinders. I'm probably lit right now.
I did look at one message.
Rory is lit because I have his account and he has mine. Let's see what's going on.
Did we inform people? Because this is happening on Patreon. For people that don't know,
let's verify you're a human. That's what it says as soon as you open Tinder.
There's some wild shit going on there. Listen.
We're going to put on our Patreon. Maul is controlling a Tinder with my profile. I am controlling a Tinder with his profile and talking with these people. I put men and women for Maul. So just to give you a little preview, said, hey, my name's Maul. I'm new to men. He said, hi, Maul. How are you? Are you new into men? How are they treating you? I am gay and into sucking dick.
Yo, look at what you got. See?
I didn't reply yet. I left it on ice, let him know I'm not a thirst bucket.
You gotta bring it back like, sorry, I was busy running my multi-million-dollar company. You feel me? I like to get my dick sucked in the meantime, between time.
Maybe Demaris should run it.
No, please, no. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that'll be on Patreon soon.
Somebody definitely hit me like, yo, you know it's somebody on Tinder pretending to be you? I ain't even respond.
Like I'm sitting next to him.
I was like, yo, I don't even want to know what Rory's over there doing.
But that'll be some funny Patreon content. We do have to do a part 2 to that so we can get some updates. But I was going to bat for you. I mean, yeah, there was some flagrant stuff going on, but there was some chicks I was, saying like, hey, I know Drake.
What?
Do you guys have anything else for this episode?
They was into it. They was like, damn, you know Driz?
I'm trying to log into my Tinder, and in order for me to see who likes me, I have to get gold.
I paid for it.
You paid for Tinder Gold?
Yeah.
I got to pay for Tinder Gold.
Because you wasn't hitting like that. I had to get the algorithms going.
No, it says see who likes you. It's a few, but I can't see their profiles until I get gold. So I can't see who likes you right now.
I'm sure it'll
plenty
overflow.
Of men. Do you have enough that like me?
Data in your phone to handle that?
Ooh, talk your shit.
It's me.
Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade that. I'm gonna upgrade the Tinder Gold so I can see who likes you, Rory. Get you some action out here. Friendly action.
Of course.
Nothing sexual.
If they want to go to the strip club and throw up, I'm their guy.
So yeah, we'll be back later on this week. We'll be out of town doing some things, getting some things done.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk to y'all soon. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Y'all be safe. Peace.
No worry and mouth.